Hey everyone, it's Erica. I'm so excited to be bringing you my very first layout for the Bella Boulevard 2018 creative team. I'm going to be using the Wish Big collection along with a cut file from the cut shop. And then I also pulled out the Bella acrylic words. This week on the blog and on the Instagram, we are featuring the Bella acrylic words, so you will see a ton of projects and inspiration using these pieces. I decided I wanted to use one of the acrylic words in my title. So I'm just going through the papers in the Wish Big Boy collection and picking out the patterns that I want to use to back the cut file. I will make sure to leave products that are available linked down below for you guys so that if you're interested in any of these, you guys can check them out. I cut the cut file out on some American Crafts smooth white cardstock, and then I'm just going to back it with some of the papers in this birthday collection. The photos are of our youngest son, Liam, on his first birthday, and the colors in the photos match perfectly with this collection. He had a shark-themed collection, or shark-themed birthday, which there are no sharks in this birthday boy collection, but the colors matched perfectly, and there's a ton of elements in this collection that work great. Just because there is shark in his party photos. It's really just a shark fin on his cake, but the collection and the colors went perfectly with this, so it was great. So I'm just gonna trace out these letters and back them. I usually do it from the back side, but you can also do it from the front. If you trace the outside of the letter, it will show no pencil marks when you cut out the letter and adhere it to the cut file. But for some reason, I always just do it on the back side. So I'm just gonna cut these out and adhere them to the cut file. And I like to use some Tombow glue. I have the Tombow Mono Aqua Glue and then just the regular Tombow Mono glue. I like both of them. I like to use a wet adhesive, that way I get a little bit of wiggle room when I'm trying to place the cut file on the pattern paper. It gives me time to kind of get it where I want it before it sets up. I am thinking about getting one of the fine liner bottles to put my adhesive in, especially with the thinner cut files that I use. It will be less messy, I think, if I get a fine line tipped bottle for my wet adhesive. If anybody has any links or any suggestions on where to get one, please let me know down below. Then my hands won't be all full of glue after adding the adhesive to my cut files. So I'm just going to go through all the letters that I have. There was an alpha set from the cut shop that I really liked, so I cut it out. I just cut the word happy out because I'm going to do happy birthday. So I'm going to do happy with the cut file, and then the birthday, use one of the acrylic words from Bella Boulevard, just to get a little difference in the title. So it's just not one big happy birthday cut file, it's just one of the cut files and then the acrylic word. Just something fun and different to do with the title. So I'm just going to go through all these papers. I do believe I cut most of these out on camera for you. Most of the time I cut it out, but for this one I think I did keep it in. This is one of my favorite papers from the Wish Big collection, the white paper with all of the different words on it. I love that. I love papers that are full of words. For some reason, that's my favorite. It's either got to be, my favorite would be like a black and white striped, and then any type of paper, pattern paper that is one color, and then words that are all over it. For some reason, those are like my favorite papers of all time. I always have a hard time cutting into the word ones, but for this collection you get 2 papers in the collection pack, I believe, so That's always nice to have two of them so you can use the front and the back. I love the colors in this collection, the blues, the yellows, and the greens. There's a little bit of red and a little bit of orange, which is perfect. So I'm just going to continue to back these files here. And if you're interested in any of these cut files, they are 30% off, or 25% off, I believe. It's either 25 or 30. Ashley, the owner of the cut shop, has recently moved her Etsy store to a Shopify store, and she is offering a big sale on her cut files, and I believe all cut files are 99 cents. So you'll get the cut files at a great price. So I'll make sure to leave her shop link down below so you guys can check it out. Grab some free cut files as well as other cut files that are available in the shop at a great price. So now all my letters are backed, and look at all those colors, they're so fun. These are the photos of Liam J and then his birthday cake. It's a very simple cake, and I just cut out a shark fin with my my silhouette, and adhered it to a toothpick and stuck it in the cake. And I just love how simple and cute it is. So I'm gonna cut out some white cardstock here, some scrap. I had cut out a cut file on this piece of paper, and I want to make sure to use up the scraps all around this paper. So I'm going to back these 3 photos on some white cardstock. And the photo size, I believe, is like 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, maybe something around that. I trimmed them down because I wanted to put them on kind of like a photo strip. So I backed them with this white cardstock, and then I trim some of the pattern paper and then adhere them to that strip of pattern paper. I just like the look of like a photo strip. So I am going to do that. I'm just going to use this tape runner here. I believe that's a Tombow tape runner as well. I'm going to trim up this yellow piece of cardstock from the Wish Big collection, and then adhere these down. And then I do end up going back and doing a second layer for the photo strip, just to add a little bit more of the green color that I have. So I'm going to add these down to my layout, and I edit my photos in Photoshop Lightroom. The place that we had his party at was full of windows, so there was tons of nice natural light coming in, and I love how the photos are so light and like airy. So I cut up the borders paper that comes in the Wish Big collection, and I added 3 strips of those borders right there in the center of my layout. And I really like how this looks right here. So this is how it's going to end up in the end. I just adjust a few things. So here's the birthday acrylic word from Bella, and I'm just gonna play around with where I want it to go. And I play around with this forever. I cut a lot of it out because I kept going back and forth on where I wanted it. Kind of wanted it up like on top of the happy word, and then I tried to place it on the photo, like between 2 of the photos, and I just couldn't figure out where I wanted to go. So here is some more layers. I found that blue, and then I decided I want to add some green as well. I'm going to do actually 2 more layers. And instead of doing them straight, I kind of make them kind of wonky. It's just more my style that way. So I like how that looks. So I'm just going to add some adhesive and get those glued down. And I have 2 tape runners right there. One is more of a permanent adhesive, and the other one is not permanent. So it gives me some, I have a chance to pull it up and move it around if I need to, which I do often. So I like that pink adhesive from Thermoweb, the repositionable one. And then once my layout is completely done and I've made up my final decision and my layout is done, I will go back and add permanent adhesive to the layout. So I'm going to adhere these border strips down, and I love the words on this one. And then again, this paper with all the words on it, one of my favorites. There is the, and I kind of just pull this blue one up. I kind of tuck this one behind the blue one, so I'm going to kind of wrinkle up the top edge of this so that I can kind of stick it down in there. And then I do wrinkle up the that top layer as well, just for some dimension and interest. And I thought about tucking all the letters there behind the border strip, and then I changed my mind. I'm going to pull out these foam squares from ThermoWeb and add them to the back of the cut file. That way these get popped up on my page. And then I'm going to start working on the exact placement of the cut file, which again does take me some time because I want it to be spaced out pretty good and look good. So I'm going to bring in my photo, and then I will also pop this photo strip up on some foam squares as well, so that it's the same height as the happy die cut. So I'm going to fidget around with where I want this to go. I'm going to make sure to leave links down below to the Bella Boulevard blog and Instagram page. Make sure you guys check those out. They will be updating the blog soon with all the new design team members, and they have some fun things coming up. I am excited to be on the creative team, and I'm very grateful that Stephanie invited me. We will get new product when that is released, and I'm very excited about that, and I can't wait to share all of the new stuff with you guys. So I pulled out the Wish Big ephemera and then the Wish Big ephemera words, and I'm going to go through both packs and just pull things out that I think I want to use on my layout. So I'm going to start with, I believe this is the ephemera words, and I'm just going to pull some things out that I might use on my layout. I love all those hearts. There's a bunch of labels and some word bubbles. Just a bunch of fun things to add around the layout. And then I'm gonna open up the ephemera pack and then go through this pack and pull out some fun things here. So there's some fun balloons, some dinosaurs, there's an octopus. I tried to use him on my layout, and some tabs and some fun little icons. So here is the acrylic word, and I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the word and get that stuck down to my layout. I just used the Tombow glue, and it works perfectly. I'm going to add that to the photo, and then I'm going to also apply the, or put the glue bottle on top of it until it dries, just so that I know it's secure on there. I'm going to mess around with these embellishments and kind of get them where I want them on the page. There's this set of balloons. I'm going to end up cutting it in half and tucking it in one piece on each side of that photo strip. And I do this often in my videos. I cut up the, if it's a bigger ephemera piece, I usually cut it in half and use it a couple times on the layout, or I'll just use one and then save the other half for another layout. I added some of the Big Wish ephemera words to the top of the layout. It says hooray, and I believe the other one says Wish Big. Yes, Wish Big. I also pulled out some of these stars from Bella Boulevard. I'm going to add these around my layout. I believe that color is blueberry. And then I have this set of Bella Boulevard embellishments as well, and it has some white enamel dots on there. So I'm going to add those around my layout. And in a few minutes, you're going to see some hands moving across my layout. My husband was standing at my desk talking to me while I was creating, and he saw the white enamel dots, and he's like, "Why do you have like glue daubs on your layout?" And I'm like, "Those are enamel dots." And he's like, "What's an enamel dot?" So he's going to point out the little white enamel dots in a minute. And then one of my boys, Eli, is going to come in and start asking questions about the layout as well. So you'll see their hands moving around on the page soon. So I wanted to add something up here in the corner. So I cut out a circle with my circle punch with one of the pattern papers in the Wish Big. And then I added this green little label thing up here at the top, and it says happy. I am not going to like the way this looks, and I'm going to find another tab to add to the top. And I like this better. I wanted to put some green up there in that top left corner. So I found this Good Times label, and I'm going to add that up there to the top. And then I do believe I add tiny staple up there as well. And then I'm going to add one of these stars and then another white enamel dot. Yep, there's my tiny attacher. So I'm going to add a staple there, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a staple to the top of the photo strip. So there is Mike pointing to my little white enamel glue dots, asking what in the heck I have glue on my page for. And that pretty much finishes up my layout. I'm going to add some journaling with my We Are Memory Keepers typewriter. I just type it out on some white copy paper, run it through my Xyron machine sticker, or my Xyron sticker maker, and then add it to my layout. It just talks about how for Liam's birthday, he arrived asleep and stayed asleep till the party was almost over, and then was super grouchy when he woke up and was not having any presents or any cake. He cried most of the time. So he was not in a good mood until I think everybody left. So I did document everything, and the photos are super cute when we're singing happy birthday and he's got his cry face on. But these photos here, he is not crying, but I did document the unhappy moments that he had. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. I will make sure to leave it linked down below the blog post to Bella Boulevard, and then all the products that I used in this collection. This collection is super cute, so I hope you guys pick it up if you have not already. I am so excited to be a part of this Bella Boulevard team this year, and I can't wait to show you guys more projects coming up soon. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!